Alright, it's been a minute. I've been like a week and a half, I think, at this point. Missed some stuff, a lot of stuff, of course. But we had an emergency to deal with. Alright, so that's where I've been. Haven't been posting or streaming or anything like that. So let me just do a quick little like rapid fire update news video. I'll go over some of this more in other videos, but just to quickly fly through everything. So we're starting with Jedi Survivor, I think is what it's called, Fallen Order 2. Alright, S tier trailer, looks great, comes out next year, probably can get delayed to the year after, whatever. And 10 out of 10, like I already know, this is going to be on my best games of the year list, whatever year it comes out. Looks fantastic, good trailer, I mean obviously there's no fucking gameplay in it, but it looks great all around. I'm excited. I knew this was coming. I think we all knew this was coming for a bit. We were just waiting for it, and I'm ready for it as long as they pretty much. I mean, just follow the same structure as the first game. Maybe like make the cosmetics not like ponchos, and we'll be good. Other than that, works great. You're gonna have to introduce new force abilities that aren't the generic basic ones, so that's gonna be fun to deal with. No microtransactions, please, EA. Other than that, we're solid. Moving on to the next one. We're rapid fire out here. So, No Man's Sky dropped a new update, and this definitely isn't their biggest update ever. They just did an update recently. This is one of the smaller ones that adds, like, some new creatures, the flying worm things, whales you see in the sky, like a new cape, like a lot of real small stuff, right? Just like quality of life stuff, and I think setting up stuff for the next update. Because, like I said, they literally just dropped an update. It had to have been less than a month ago. I'm not going to rant about this for like 20 minutes because I've done that at least 4 times before. It's great. This is what all failed games, right? Like Anthem, Battlefront 2. This is what they need to look at, right? Even Battlefront 2 is a good example, right? They launched, it wasn't what they said it was going to be, and they fixed it. Now, obviously, the preferred scenario is that you just don't lie about your game and it launches, like you say it's going to, and then it does great at launch. But whatever, if you're going to fix it, this is the way to do it. I mean, it's years and years and years later, and they're still putting out new content, and I mean big content updates. So that's that. Again, not a huge update, but just one I thought I should talk about, touch on, moving on to the next one. So our favorite game, everyone's favorite game, and I think I like it more than everybody else just based off what I've seen over almost a year at this point. Well, a year since the trailer. And my reviews here and there. Battlefield 2042 finally leaked, or you know how the whole thing goes, right? It got leaked, but really someone inside leaked it so that the hype for the game wouldn't die. Blah blah blah. We've been in this scenario a million times, and so my whole point is they leaked like the season 1 of the game. Something that should launch with the game or a couple weeks after the game is released. But no, they waited months and months and months, almost 8 months after launch to finally announce their first season, and it's not even official yet. It's a leak. So let's go ahead and this one I do want to spend a bit of time on talking about what the leaks had to say. So essentially, when this new season, or I guess first season, releases, it'll be essentially 3 to 4 big major updates, right? They really broke it down to like these huge, 8 new pieces of content or whatever, but it's not, right? There's a new operator, they have a new gadget, and I struggle to call it a new gadget because it is a guided rocket launcher, right? And that's not really anything special, right? Like it's a guided rocket launcher, and that's part of the problem with this game is that if you're going to do an operator system, the operators need to feel unique and balanced, and they aren't either of those, right? I mean, a guided rocket launcher, like, that's boring as hell. I mean, that's something that in any other Battlefield game, other than like Battlefield 1 and 5, obviously, that would just be standard place to equip on any class, right? And so I find that pretty boring. They haven't revealed their passive trait, but again, if their main ability is a rocket launcher, who cares, in my opinion, right? Then they're releasing a new map with the new character. And, it's great because there's not a lot of maps in rotation. What is it, like 6, maybe? You play the same ones over and over and over and over again. So it would be nice to add some new maps to the rotation, but if it's going to take you 8 months to add a map, this game's already pretty dead as it is, right? And so with that comes 2 new game modes. One of them is just, like freaking House 24/7 or whatever the name of the map is. It's just the map on Conquest over and over and over and over again, right? I'm not going to quantify that as a new game mode, right? I mean, that's as basic as you can get. I mean, you could do that like back in 2010 on custom servers on Battlefield, right? And so the other one is this, I guess, game mode. I'll give them, and essentially it's just rapid fire mode, right? I think it's increased movement speed, increased vehicle spawns, all that stuff, just for the people who have absolutely no patience and, you know, want to just get to the fight quicker and have no tactical sense of it, because the game really isn't that slow, right? Unless your server's empty, which, I mean, you know, with how the game is now, that makes sense. But unless the server's completely empty, the maps aren't that massive to where you're just seeing no action. But with the player reduction recently, I can definitely see that being a problem. So maybe that mode will be interesting, maybe not. The other thing I want to touch on is their mode, I don't even remember what it's called, where they're like, oh yeah, let's go be like Tarkov, a Tarkov-like mode, right? Like the Battle Royale type thing, that's kind of trash. We have to like pick up intel. I, like, not a clue what it's called. But they gave up on that. Like, they stopped supporting it, they're done. So that lasted about as long as I expected, pretty much as long as the rest of the game. So that's it for Battlefield. And you know, this video already got claimed in the first like 30 seconds with Jedi Survivor, alright? So let's talk about Kenobi, why not? Episode 3 just dropped today. It's great so far. If this keeps going the way it's going, or if it just gets significantly worse, I guess. Either way, probably at the end I'm going to make a video about this. I typically don't do a lot of movie stuff. I do like some MCU stuff, but I wait for a couple of things to come out, right? I'm not going to do a tier list every single time that, like, Moon Knight drops, new tier list. That's not worth it, right? I think Moon Knight and Doctor Strange I don't have on my most recent updated tier list. So maybe once you get through the end of the year, like Black Panther and She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and all that has come out, we'll do a Marvel tier list. For Kenobi, again, if it keeps going the way it is, I'll definitely make a video, or if it just gets significantly worse, I'll make a video. But if it's just average the rest of the way out, right, you know, we're halfway through already, so so far it's doing decent. But I'm not going to talk too much about this, because the real good stuff, the real interesting stuff is in today's episode. And you know, it's early morning right now, and I don't want to spoil that for anybody, but they're doing good so far. Alright, let's not mess it up with the remaining 3 episodes. But that's Kenobi. We'll come back to that probably in a little bit. So Sniper Elite 5 released. I think this is probably the most recent thing within the past week with Kenobi, right? And I definitely have some things to say. I'm not going to say them here, because I do plan to make a full review on this, but I have to debate if I want to put myself through playing the entirety of the game. But you know, it does a lot of things wrong. It does things right that's been doing right. And that's really, you know, the whole 20-minute review that I'm probably going to end up making summarized is it does what it's done good, great, and it does, you know, what it does bad, and the same problems it's had, they're still there. So we'll talk about this more when I decide it's time. I'm not there yet. I'm in no rush, since I'm so, you know, past the launch at this point. I'll take my time with it. But I think that's it. I believe that's everything. I can't think of the next thing that comes out. Like, this was it, and then, well, we got Gotham Knights next, and then pretty much done till the end of the year, right? We should be getting like a Call of Duty trailer soon, and then Xbox Bethesda conference. But off the top of my head, you know, can't really think of anything, right? I mean, we're getting into trailer territory. We're like 6 months from the end of the year, so Call of Duty's probably going to drop their trailer. If Assassin's Creed doing something, they're probably going to drop their trailer. You know, Battlefield and EA or Star Wars, they already did their trailer for the year. Obviously, they're not going to do Battlefield this year. So that's that. These are all the, you know, my big titles. Maybe if they throw like Madden on Game Pass, we'll like trash Madden, because that's always fun. But that's where we're sitting at right now. But I wanted to do an update because it's been a bit, fly through everything that we've missed, keep it under 10 minutes. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think of anything in this video, all the topics we talked about. And definitely Kenobi and Sniper Elite will be coming back too. So stay on the lookout for those, and I'll see you guys on the next one.